Okay, greetings everybody. It's a pleasure to have you here. And today is the 5th of November, which happens to be the first Friday of this month. And the focus for today is the NFP news. Yes, the focus for today is the NFP news. And if you look very well, we have the NFP coming out later. And of course, the NFP by 1:30 p.m., that's my time. You notice that for the NFP coming out for the USD, it has to do with the non-farm employment change, which simply means that if the forecast that we have here is 455, that's 455K. If the actual is higher than 455K, it means that they were able to produce more jobs, and that is good for the US. And then we should see the US strengthen. But then if the actual that comes out by this time, if it is less, then we should see the USD weaken and then drop. So this is what we might have, or a way to look at it. But then don't forget that the NFP news normally comes with a lot of volatility, which can easily make the spread to increase. You could easily have whipsaws. You could even have slippage that occurs in the market. So most times I don't advise trading the news directly. The best thing you could do is also be on the sidelines. And I'm not a big fan of predicting the direction that the NFP will go, right? And that is something that I want us to understand. The NFP is no joke. There's a lot of volatility involved, and the best thing for you to do is to be on the sidelines if you don't have any idea what's happening. And this is the USD that we have right in front of us. And of course, if you look very well, it seems to be boxed out, trapped within these two levels of, as you can see, these levels here that has acted as a form of resistance in the past. Here we had the resistance. Then we have support, fake out, but still support. And then the highs over here, as you can see, resistance, fake out, right? You need to be careful with fake out. And then now it's presently testing the highs again of this consolidation. This is for the US dollar. But then with the NFP coming out, where we may have volatility, the question now is, with the figures that we have, is it going to give us a strong breakout and close, or is it going to bounce over here? And this is rather an interesting one for us to pay attention to, right? And then also from here, let's quickly look at the popular currency pair being traded all over the world, which happens to be the EURUSD. Well, this EURUSD, if you look very well, which kind of looks similar to that dollar index, right? You can see that we have this boxed out area here, and of course we have some volatility based on the NFP coming out. Before then, most likely you might have the market still do some little range, getting a bit quiet until the NFP comes out, and then we might have a strong bounce here based on whether the dollar is going to be weak, or if it's going to be strong, then it might break out, right? But then don't forget, today is also Friday, which is notorious for profit taking day, right? So as I said, also you need to be careful with what you want to do. We all know we want to make money, but we need to be careful as not to lose our account balance. Over here too, you can see the dollar yen. Earlier we talked about, if you watched the previous video, we talked about ranges in the market. And if you look at ranges, even especially how long the ranges take, it simply means that something is about to happen. And after that, it means that we could have a strong breakout to the downside or to the upside, especially with the NFP. Don't forget, today's focus is strictly on the NFP and how it would easily affect the majors and gold. Yes, how it will affect the majors and gold. So speaking of gold, let's quickly look at gold before we call it a day. And gold seriously has been a mess so far, so good. If you look at the gold that we have right in front of us, the precious metal, I more or less boxed out this area here, right? Which you can see we have so many forms of support, then resistance. Then it came back here to act as resistance. Don't forget, we are big on support and resistance. That's what we do, price action, support and resistance. Here we have another form of resistance, support, resistance. You can see how everything is scattered based on support, resistance. You should be able to identify these levels. And of course, once you identify them, then you have a good enough idea what price wants to do. Another thing when it comes to identifying these levels, especially the ranges and all, is that even in between, it's possible for you to have another form of support and resistance as well. And that's why if you look inside, you can have some form of like resistance. So you can see here resistance. This place was immense resistance, and that's where it's sitting here on gold. So the best thing to do, as I personally am not a big fan of trading on Fridays, best thing that I most likely would be doing is to watch the market from the sidelines and wait for the explosion. Don't forget the expected figures for the NFP is 455K. Let's see whether the numbers that come out would be greater or lesser than the 455K forecast. But then I don't do predictions. I'm not a big fan of predictions. I wait for the actual to be released, and then we see what we can make of it, right? So based on what we've been talking about now, I would advise everybody, this is an advice for today's trading, I would advise everybody to trade with caution, be careful, trade safely. Don't try to be a hero today. I repeat, do not try to be a hero today. And based on what we have been talking about, if you want to learn some more on this technical analysis based on price action, support and resistance, there is a free course in the description below. You can get the free course, right, where you can get to learn more on the price action, learn more on support and resistance, time frames, the type of trader that you are, how to look at the market basically, that would help you to understand the market better. If this video was helpful, if you are new, hit the subscribe button. And if you're not new and you're yet to hit the subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button now. Give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, and of course, comment in the section below. We are on a mission to help you to understand the market. So we are going to be dropping videos back to back, talking about the market, whether it's the NFP or whether it's the monetary policy. Yesterday, we had the monetary policy for the pound, and you saw the reaction. So we're going to be giving you updates. We're going to be giving you teachings, tutorials to help you out the more. So thank you everybody for staying tuned. Do enjoy the rest of your day, and TGIF to you. Goodbye.